What is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devin. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Watch this episode all the way to the end because I don't want you guys missing out what I have in store for you today. So, as we know, Damian Lillard is back. The Milwaukee Bucks announced Wednesday that the doctors have cleared the star of his deep vein thrombosis and he no longer requires blood thinning medication. Lillard, who is 34, was sidelined indefinitely last month after his diagnosis. At the time, it seemed unlikely he would play again in the 2024-25 season. He missed the final 14 games of the regular season. So I'm happy. First of all, I'm happy for Dame. He's recovered. We just gotta gradually work him back into the game, back into the lineup and everything. But question for discussion: what does Dame's return mean for the Bucks? Well, it means two things. They got their one of their best scorers back in the game, and they got their star player again. The guy who can, not only it benefits Giannis as well. So Giannis, we already know Giannis could go be superhuman, do it himself, but so we know him throughout the course of the season, even when they acquired Damian Lillard and the the journey, they begin better and better. So it works out well for Giannis. But when the Bucks didn't have Damian Lillard, you had Giannis stepping up, Gary Trent Jr., who also played with Damian Lillard back in Portland, Kevin Porter Jr., Brooke Lopez, Kyle Kuzma, and Teron Prince. I like this for Kyle Kuzma, him being with the Bucks. He really speaks to their strengths. We already know he's a scorer too, and he also plays defense. Cutting to the basket, pick and roll. Teron Prince, we know his style, 3 and D. He's gonna get it there. Dame this season averaging 24.9 points, 4.7 rebounds, 7.1 assists. So when it comes to the playoffs, like I said, their matchup, the Bucks matchup in the playoffs will be the Indiana Pacers, and this is nothing new. The Pacers, on one hand, they're a young team, they're hungry. They're gonna put up a fight. But the Bucks, a team who has been in the trenches before, we're talking about an NBA championship caliber team who they have the experience, they know what it takes, and then you got all the pieces around the players, you got the team chemistry, you got the organization, you got the coaches behind the whole staff. They got everything behind them, so it's not going to be a walk in the park for the Bucks. But at the same token, Damian Lillard, as he gradually works his way back in, he's going to provide that scoring efficiency that the Bucks need, and he's going to be that point guard that gets everybody involved. And so, with the Bucks in mind, what they need to do going into this playoff game is when they're matching up against the Pacers, three things they need to do: have that all around defense. Don't allow them to get second chance points, and don't give Halliburton space to get a shot. If you give Tyrese Halliburton space to create a shot, it's a wrap. And if you've seen one of their games in the regular season when they played Indiana, they went into overtime. Tyrese Halliburton was in the corner being guarded by Giannis, took a tough 3-point shot in the corner and made it. So that's what I'm saying. The Bucks. But back to Dame, I think what the Bucks could do is maybe bring him in game two or game three, have him sit out the first game, and then play game two. Because you're gonna need him when the intensity, the atmosphere, the environment starts to get hostile, and it's like the fans, everybody's in it. So I think with Dame, gradually work his way back in, and also when it comes to the playoffs, I always believe whoever wins the first game sets the tone for the rest of the playoffs, really. But at the same time, it could change in game three or four or maybe five. But I don't see this going to a game seven. Really, it's going to be either game five or game six for the Bucks will win in game five or game six. But overall, happy for Dame. Looking forward to see what he can do in the playoffs. And we already know what Dame is like in the playoffs. You've seen what he did to OKC. So if you need a game-winning shot, you need points on the board. You got Dame, you got Kyle Kuzma, you got Gary Trent, you got Teron Prince. So it's going to be exciting to watch. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devin, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.